Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. EJ brutally responds to Leo's admission while Melinda concocts an arrangement to guarantee Dimitri's quiet experiencing Dimitri in jail. Lucas says, "Alrighty then, on the off chance that it isn't the knave who abducted my mom." Dimitri calls capturing major areas of strength for Ray, particularly since Kate was very in capable hands. Lucas is only glad to see Dimitri in there. Advance notice that Pentonville has a propensity for taking a man's soul. As Lucas insults him about the police getting him, Dimitri remedies him. He handed himself over for affection. Might a fan favourite at some point get back to usher Therese away? Paulina is taken aback when Melinda tells her that she is now an adoption attorney as they argue in the square. Truth be told, she just assisted Eric and Sloane with getting a delightful child kid. Paulina is glad for Eric, however Sloane is another story. In the wake of trashing her previous phone, as they sit with Christmas treats from Sweet Pieces, he tells her he had a pleasant Thanksgiving with Paulina. He comprehends the reason why she had his heart, however he actually has no memory of her. He trusts he falls frantically infatuated with Paulina once more and gets a fresh start. It's something she wishes she had with Roman, who recalls such a large number of her mix-ups. However, what's truly significant is that they find love with somebody who acknowledges them imperfections and everything. Asking him not to surrender trust, Kate goes to leave. She lets Paulina in through the door. What time? A confounded Eric pays attention to the reception lawyer's statement of regret for the reception not going through. Sloane admits that her past caused the first adoption to fail. She didn't tell him because she felt bad that he wouldn't be a father to her. He accepts her apology and regrets that she went through that alone. Likewise, he realizes she's a sought and cherishing mother, so she can tell her how she's continually extinguishing fires, as Nicole accepting Jude was her child. Melinda thinks the DNA test was something to be thankful for since it demonstrated the child wasn't hers. Sloane counters she actually has Dimitri to stress over. Melinda has a thought of how to keep him calm. Leo faces EJ and Nicole mid-clarification in the Demera entryway. The greatest astonishment that could emerge out of Nicole's child uncover Nicole indignantly requests to understand what Leo is doing at her home. He expresses it's about her child. Nicole yells that there is nothing he can do to bring her baby back. Imagine a scenario where that wasn't correct. Leo inquires. As Nicole hollers at him to leave, EJ surges up. Leo begs them to let him explain, but EJ says that if he doesn't leave, he and Dimitri will be locked up forever. On Leo. He hammers the entryway on. He proposes they have a tea to relax, yet Nicole needs a few air and some alone time. After she's gone, Leo creeps in through the mysterious entryway. EJ takes out his telephone to call the police. However, Leo lets him know his child is alive. Leo stares intently at an expressionless EJ as he emerges from the Demera tunnels. Judith Chapman gets back to days in Pentonville. Lucas can't really accept that Dimitri surrendered his opportunity for Leo distinct. Dimitri shares he likewise gave him a method for making a superior life for himself. Ideally, he's trading out as they talk. Slice to Leo holding his jaw. While spread out on the Demera Chateau floor, EJ is furious at his cruelty. Leo beseeches him to listen to him, however, EJ of Stefano, wishing he had the strength of his father to overcome loss. According to outside Leo, that is the very thing you get for attempting to make the best decision. A shut clenched hand to the face from an irritable British chap. His demeanour hardens as he laments falling off the horse. "You will get right back on it," he pronounces, following endlessly. In jail, Lucas doesn't buy Dimitri's did it for affection shtick and faults him for Nicole losing her child. Lurching at him, Dimitri hurls Lucas against the wall. "You have no clue about what you're not kidding." He growls. Dimitri pummels Lucas against the block facade in Pentonville. Frowning, Lucas retaliates. Eric, who's with Jude, in the recreation area. He begins to leave, yet Nicole guarantees him she realizes this isn't her child. As they sit, Nicole shares how AJ recommended they have another child, yet it's not what she needs at this moment. At the point when Eric inquires as to why, she makes sense of this was her Marvel child. However, she lost him at any rate. She can't go through that once more. She's finished. I'm never going to have another youngster, she says, to discuss the child, which recently brought everything back. Nonetheless, when she let him know there was nothing he could say to bring her kid back, he said that wasn't accurate. She's uncertain of his meaning. Jude complains, making Eric leave, yet not prior to proposing to listen whenever she needs to talk. Eric and Nicole awkwardly face each other in the recreation area. Remains with Jude's child carriage more. How to support the effort to station 19 Paulina tells Abe that an outfit she saw while shopping reminded her of him. She is alone at John and Marlena's house. She shows him the armband he gave her last Christmas. She's well used it consistently since. Abe apologizes for not recalling Christmases past. She welcomes him to join her and Chanel for this Christmas, where they can gain new experiences. He gladly agrees. Kate sends Abe a picture of her and Paulina on their wedding day. Isolation in a Supermax jail with no admittance to guest would be a more suitable spot for Dimitri, taking into account the seriousness of his past violations. She'll call her contact to get him moved today. Sloane doesn't have the foggiest idea how to say thanks to her. Melinda advises her to appreciate consistently with her child. Going into the jail guest room, Kate shouts at Dimitri to get off Lucas. Obliging, Dimitri indignantly walks away. Lucas assures his mother that he has a close relationship with the warden, his poker buddy, when Kate advises him to be cautious around Dimitri. He'll find him a decent line of work in the kitchen, where he'll be the one dicing up mackerel. Right. G finds Nicole alone on the recreation area seat. He puts his arm around her as he sits. She inclines toward him and cries. As Sloane expects to put the previous behind her, Leo comes to the entryway. We really want to talk, he seriously says. Uncovers that Kate Roberts Melinda Pluts Dimitri's Supermax swung by to see Abe Corver-Edeye, who conceded he could see the reason why he went gaga for Paulina Costell. In spite of the fact that Abe actually couldn't recall their past together, Kate behaved like a clean canvas could be something to be thankful for, and considered her set of experiences of mix-ups. Notwithstanding, Kate felt sure that Paulina could make Abe fall head over heels. Once more, and encouraged Abe to take things each day in turn. In the town square on Monday's Day's episode, Paulina ran into Melinda Trask, Sina Huang, so they irritated one another. Melinda likewise referenced that she was turning into a fruitful reception lawyer and offered reports on her most recent case. Paulina realised Eric Brady would be a decent dad. However, she felt sorry for the youngster who might have Sloane Peterson Brady for a mother. Subsequently, Paulina swung by to see Abe since she saw a suit that he last year, but she showed him the bracelet. All things considered, Abe imparted a few pleasant minutes to Paulina, who welcomed him over to her place to observe Christmas. At Statesville on Monday's Day's episode, Lucas Horton tore into Dimitri von Leisha. For grabbing Kate, however, Dimitri behaved like she was fine and that the story had a blissful consummation. Lucas wished he had been present when Dimitri was apprehended by the police, who informed him that he had turned himself in out of love for Leo Stark. After Lucas castigated Leo, he referenced Dimitri ramming into Nicole Walker DeMera, causing the destruction of her infant. Dimitri furiously demanded that Lucas didn't have a clue and mistreated him apiece. When Kate showed up and separated the battle, however, Lucas minimised that thought and implied about finding him a line of work cleaving fish in the kitchen. Nicole attempted to turn Leo away at the door in the episode of DeMera Mansion Days, since Nicole accepted her child was gone always. She didn't think they had anything to discuss. Leo urged Nicole to think about the possibility that wasn't true, but EJ DeMera eventually showed up and told Leo to go. Once Nicole took a stroll to clear her head. Leo snuck in the DeMera burrows and attempted to let EJ know that the child was alive. EJ continued to remove Leo, lastly decked him to make himself clear. At home on Door Show, Eric was befuddled over the lawyer's phone message about the reception. She wasn't completely genuine about the reception interaction. That prompted Sloane admitting that the primary reception didn't work out on account of her standing. So Melinda tracked down them another child. Eric guaranteed Sloane that she was an incredible mother and didn't figure she ought to pay attention to the cynics. In the recreation area, Eric had Jude Brady out for a walk when he encountered Nicole. In spite of the fact that Eric began to bolt, Nicole recommended he didn't need to run at whatever point he saw her, since she acknowledged the DNA test results. After Nicole joined Eric on a seat, she sorrowfully discussed how she was unable to go through this torment once more, and that implied she wouldn't attempt once more for another cheer.